Facebook. Lunchtime.
Yes, sir.
I could have been a game show host. Family Feud.
Still can.
Yep. Alrighty, we're gonna do that. Hey, no Epstein list. No kidding. Hey, that's what I'm calling this show. No Epstein list. No kidding. Of course, the list didn't actually drop. Why would it actually drop? Why would they let us average everyday folk in on what's going on behind the scenes?
Not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen. So I'm through with all the talk of the list and all that. Everybody full of it as far as I'm concerned.
Hey, chat.
Take a rolling. What's up, chat?
Chat was getting their flow on last night, huh?
Yeah. I see it was a blast last night.
They ain't want to get off.
Yeah, they ain't want to get off. Ow! Come on, music. Now you doing too much. I'm gonna stop playing you. Hey. So make a couple adjustments. Hey, shout out to everybody. Give Greg a shout out. He ran the lunch. I'm about to explain the lunch right now. It was so confusing. Shout out to the lunch chat. Mini-Me told me to check my Cash App, and I had a $65 lunch Cash App super chat. And with the blackout going on, I was talking to my boy. I'm so confused. So what I decided to do, because they said you got to use cash, what I'm going to have to do is try to go get cash later and get something. So I made me a sandwich, but I'm going to go get something when I can go use the cash. Because I think it was Amy or Jennifer was like, you ain't even supposed to use debit or credit. And where I'm at, it's pretty much all debit or credit. You have to do special stuff to do cash. So I figured it out. I greatly appreciate it. So after this show, I can go on my mission. But I made me a little sandwich to hold me over. I didn't want to mess the blackout up because there's so many different rules. Once they said no gas and no credit and debit, I was like, well, sheesh, what I'm going to do? But it's all good. Thanks, Mini-Me.
Yeah,
but thanks for y'all for giving me the information because I didn't know about the credit or debit or the gas, so I would have effed that all up. They would have got me right there because I didn't know. So you've been doing the blackout, Greg, today?
Yeah, man. I ain't spend no money today.
Yes. Like Greg said, he ain't spend no money today, and Greg, he gonna use some gas.
I mean, I've been out moving around, but I already had gas. I mean, you know.
Already had enough gas?
Yeah. I feel my tank was filled up a long time ago. And then food-wise, you know, there's so much food in the house. I had even pizza from last night from one of my favorite spots. So we didn't eat a lot of that. So I had pizza for lunch, man. Just good old margarita pizza, man. Know if you up on the margarita pizzas, man, but that's my favorite. So that's what I was eating for lunch today.
Okay. Yeah. So that sounds good. Which was crazy, our friend Cash grand opening for his restaurant, Seafood Social, is today.
Ooh.
Yep, it's the grand opening of his restaurant. He's been working on this forever. And I'm excited. But I told him, I said, you gotta let everybody know you big with the DEI, which he already is. I told you he one of us, and Cash is the type to give you a chance in life. He a good dude, man, and I've been knowing him for a long time. And so I told him, make sure you promote it since you opened in the day that you support DEI. He was like, oh yeah, for sure. I said, I know you do, but make sure you put it out there. So we all, because we don't want to kill good businesses like him. On this day, I was like, man, but you know how it is, Greg. He had that grand opening day for for a while.
Right.
28 today.
Where you at in Miami?
Miami. Yep, but the restaurant is opening in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Atlanta, Georgia. Mm-hmm. So look out for Seafood Social if you're in the Georgia area. My boy Cash owns it. Food is delicious as always. He been in the restaurant game for a while now. So shout out and congratulations.
Cash.
But what's been up, Greg?
Man, bro, I just end of the week. We got a semifinal hoop game tonight that I'm gonna be a part of. It's the Clash of the Titans tonight. So it should be a full barn burner, to go down state, man. So that's pretty much what I'm gonna be doing this evening, man. Other than that, relaxing as always. It's been a long week, man.
Long week. Hey, y'all held the show down, Greg. Hey, y'all, shout out to Greg behind the scenes. He restored volume. And somehow he was so good, he restored volume to the whole studio except me. I don't know what happened. I couldn't hear nothing. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but I couldn't hear nothing. And I was like, is it my volume? It was literally, I couldn't say nothing and I couldn't hear nothing. I had to go to my phone.
I think if once we had got everything squared away, I could have brought you up to the stage and you would have heard, you'd have been able to talk and hear. But it sounded like you have figured it out on the phone. So I was like, I don't need to bring them up.
Yep, look at Shan. Shan already got Shan. Shan be thinking of Shan. Copy. Look at her name, Shauna. Shauna be having she got some good branding skills inside of her. She be branding stuff. She got look at her talking about it was the No Flow show. Hey, yeah. Hey, look, y'all funny. Hey, Greg, no, for real, y'all. It was a lot of stuff Greg was doing. Y'all don't even know he was doing.
Right.
I was seeing Flow Daddy pop up and I was like, huh? Oh, good job, Greg. Greg was working. So I'm just letting y'all know. Y'all didn't realize it because the only reason I knew because I seen my stuff doing stuff that I know I wasn't nowhere near the computer. So I was like, oh, Greg is like masterminding behind the scenes. So everybody, man, shout out Greg because I know y'all don't know how much he was doing because it didn't stop after he got us volume. He was doing stuff the whole lot. So I want to make sure y'all know that. Greg,
I appreciate that. And Shan, next time I'm not gonna even have to be in the mix like that because I think Shan was able to kind of see, how everything flows behind the scenes, since she was administrating and everything as well. So I think going forward, whenever they do their next show. Of course, I'll be in the mix, but I pretty much think Shan got it. I think she got it now.
Yeah, Shan did her thing. Yeah, she was handling it. And like I said, Greg, I said the funniest thing. I told him this on the earlier show. I told him, remember, I said I expected them to be talking about the blackout for a long time. And they talked about the blackout for like 2 minutes, maybe. It was like the first 2 minutes. And then it was a whole nother way. I said, I was cracking up. I said, but that's how you know when you don't filter it and you let it flow, that's why you let it flow. You can't never say, to me, you can't never say exactly what a good panel how it's gonna go. Because in my head, it went another way, and it actually turned out to be a whole different way, and I loved it. You know, it was cool. But just me knowing the girls, not to cut you off, but just me knowing the girls and knowing them, I don't know. I just thought it was gonna be like hella DEI and blackout talk, and it was like, no, if you missed the first 2 minutes, then you missed it.
Right. Yeah, they covered. I mean, I was in and out, but every time I came back in, it was a different subject going on.
Yeah. It was like when the teacher leave the class,
right,
and make the class promise they're gonna keep on and stay on task. Remember the teacher used to say that, and then as soon as the teacher leaves, slowly by slowly, it go from everybody sitting and quiet to by the time the teacher back, people standing up, jumping, dribbling basketball. You know, sit down. Look, the teacher just come in. Sit down, first of all. Look, before I can even yell at y'all, I need y'all to just sit down.
Yeah, did y'all forget where y'all was at all of a sudden? You know?
Yeah, it was fun, man. It was fun. Then when Shan was like, all right, y'all. And see, this is Shan is just like all of them. So this ain't even Shan hung on too. Like when Shan was like, after it was an hour, she was like, okay, yo, we're gonna conclude the panel. All I know, Greg, is it was a whole nother hour. And Shan was like, now we need to put the heat on them. Now, who is that? I said, I'm talking an hour. Y'all been on here a whole nother hour, Shan. Y'all said you was wrapping it up. Shan was like, now who is that? Because we need to put the heat on them. I said, I thought that don't sound like wrap-up talk. Right. So it was like they was enjoying it. Like it was funny.
Yeah, bro. By the time they got to the minute 30 mark, they start hearing kids in the background. Husbands probably like, hey, wait a minute now. You know
what's going on?
What's going on?
This panel too fun.
Right. It's about to cut into some time that ain't supposed to be cut into. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And Shan did your move, Greg. Another thing about you learn when you do these shows, it's always a little bit better if you can to eat prior to, because look, Shan said she was hungry because these shows could run over because you're just enjoying it, and then next thing you know, you starving, and while everybody talking about all the stories and the facts, you all right, but then somehow people start talking about food, and then that's when it hit you.
Yeah.
And my grandma used to make the best macaroni and cheese, and you sitting over there starving. You've been starving for about 45 minutes.
Yeah, I know it because even with you, because you know me, man, I go to the gym. I'll be back at home. I'll be trying to do some intermittent fasting. So you ain't supposed to eat until after 11. And man, a couple of times I done got on here and you was like, I just had filet mignon with a side of boy, my stomach be jumping out my mouth. I was like, enough is enough.
Yeah. If y'all ever notice, I always tell y'all what I ate. I'll never tell y'all what I'm about to eat because I can't take it. I make sure I have a full meal before I jump on this show at lunchtime. Because I know how I told you I did it one time during my podcast. Y'all don't even know this. When I first started doing an hour-long podcast, because if you know, I started out just doing quick segments. So when I started doing an hour-long podcast, I would wake up in the morning and not have nothing. But when I was doing like 20, 30 minutes, that ain't nothing. So then I hopped up one morning. I was kind of hungry, but I was like, let me knock out the podcast first. Man, by about 45 minutes in, I almost wanted to cut the whole pod. I couldn't take it. I was like, I know I got about 15 minutes left, but my stomach is saying, you better get your behind up and go eat at least a banana or something. And so ever since that day, I was like, oh, yeah, when you about to talk for an hour or two, make sure you put something on that stomach, because your mind will start every word starts sounding like food. I'm like I was doing 2 packs. I'm like 2 pack. I take 2 packs of anything right now, like a 2 pack of donuts, a 2 pack of something. But yeah, let's get on. So y'all, no Epstein, no kidding. But I got to get your take on this, Greg, because I want to know, because you the type of person, you like people to stick to their word. You don't like when people don't stick to their word or do what they say. What you think about them having this lady come hyping up after they've been talking about the Epstein list all year? The president been talking about everything. And then they hyped this lady up a couple days ago talking about the list is literally coming tomorrow. And then no. And then they don't produce the list and they try to put out some information that we done had for 3 years. What
we live in a world of, the people that's talking to us are natural born sharp politicians. I mean, this is what they do day in, day out. They manipulate the masses in order, to either get the eyes off of something else, or just so they can continue to move their agenda down the road. So I just think it's a case of that. They knew what the shiny object that the American people, first of all, they teased us with it, right? So that's part of the play. They tease you with something that they know everybody wants to know about. They play on your emotions for months. They lead you to believe they're going to release it. And then at the end, they come with the blackout of the document, not the actual information they claimed they was going to put out. Some old information, like you say, that's been out already. And then what happens is the story kind of, drowns, and whatever it was they was trying to get from doing that, they've gotten it and moved on. That's what I think. I think you stuck, big dog. I think you got stuck. We're gonna have to give Flo some new Wi-Fi. You back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah. So yeah, man. I don't know what you heard or what you didn't hear.
Let's
I
keep
looked
it going.
up. I think I'm talking. I look up and your face stuck on the screen. I'm like,
hey, it's always froze.
Yeah, I'm like, why is my guy face all in the screen like that? Yeah.
I'm over here just like everything stuck.
Yeah, man.
I gotta wait for it to let me back in. It booted me out the studio, like kicked me out. I had to walk back in the studio, but I'm here.
But yeah, man, I don't know if you got my take. Did you hear what I said?
What?
About the list? Or you was gone?
I was gone.
Oh, okay. Because you was asking me, and I was just saying that, I think what happens is, you're dealing with lifelong politicians, right? And they basically they know what the shiny object is to get your attention away from whatever they could potentially be doing, behind the scenes or whatnot. And how they do it is they just they sprinkle it out, get you thirsty for it. They play the game for a couple of months like it's coming. And then when it's finally supposed to come, then it's all kind of let down. It's all kind of misinformation or no information. And then next thing you know, you be so let down. They know we gonna have the attitude that you just had. Like, man, ain't nobody got time to be chasing behind this story. It ain't no story. And then, they go about their business, so to speak. And then but they still can say, we did release something. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like we didn't release nothing, guys. What are you talking about? Because at some point they gonna get cornered. I thought you said you was gonna release the Epstein list. Well, guys, we did release something. I mean, you didn't see what we released, and you kind of don't really have, a comeback because they did release something, but it wasn't what everybody thought it was gonna be.
Right. Yeah, man. I'm over it, bro. They got me. They won on this one because I don't give a damn. Like at this point, they full of it. They playing in our face, and then at this point, it's so much BS, and they don't even care that I don't even trust when the list do come. I ain't gonna trust it now. At this point, why would they bring out the real list at this point?
Because you gotta really think about it. They really just got access to the information, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, the Cash Patel, he just became the FBI agent, so they really just got the for real information to kind of see what it was all about. And what I think is when they got to looking at them names and they seen some of them names that could have been potentially close to, everything that they already got going on, they're like, man, we can't release this list.
Right. Are you crazy?
You crazy?
The person releasing the list, his uncle on there.
He might be on it.
Hey, that's Uncle. That's Uncle Edward.
Yeah.
Release this list.
That's me. You know what I'm saying? That's me on this list. We definitely can't. I forgot I was on the island in 1999. You know what I'm saying?
Because you got to think at this point, anybody, if you on there one time, people going to be like, I don't care. If you on there, you know what I mean? So who knows how many people even on there that may have just went because they was with somebody and didn't even know, you know what I mean? Kind of really what it was. I mean, most of the people knew what it was, but I'm just talking about those rare people who just on there one time. You went and say, "Oh man, I'm good. I ain't never coming here," but you already on the flight log. Too late.
Right.
Off with your head.
Yeah. So what they did release though, it was materials released contain previously published pilot logs from the prosecution of Miss Maxwell, Epstein's right-hand gal. The record included redactions performed by prosecutors on the case to protect the identities of potential victims. Also published is Epstein's so-called Black Book that has previously been made public. And one document never before seen is what the Justice Department is calling Epstein's List, a 3-page catalog of material apparently obtained through searches of Epstein's properties in New York and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Bro, they know that ain't the evidence. They know that ain't the list we talk about.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm sitting here, Greg. I'm sitting here saying they claim they got satellites that can spot an ant's behind from the moon. They got all this technology. They making robots that can do everything humans could do. They got AI that can build you a whole business in a second. But when it comes to these Epstein files, they talking in so many riddles and code and making it like it's a Rubik's Cube. It ain't this complicated. Who was over there doing the files? Like, give us the name. Like, they talking in riddles and codes and in circles like we They think we dumb like we used to be when we used to be naive back in the day as a whole, and we weren't connected like this. They still trying to talk to us like that, and it's like, look, y'all, we not going for that no more. Why is you making it so complicated? You know what we want. If you wanted to give it to us, you would. You don't want to, and we know why. Now just drop
it. But that's why they play the game.
Yeah,
that's why they play the game that they play, because they know, that people are definitely more educated about everything with technology, but in the back of their minds, they still be thinking, this is how we've always played the game. Let's continue to play the game this way. Let's bait them. Let's, lead them on. And then just when they think they're going to get the actual information, let's fill them. Let's just fill them up with some of this BS we got over here. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Hey, see, that's why I always be saying they should have been raised in my house, because you couldn't even say never mind. When you want to go to my mom, if you say, hey, mom, you knocked on her door, first of all, you had to have something important. But if you knocked on her door and you say, hey, mom, and then she might be like, what? And she kind of in a bad mood, so you think you don't want to ask it. You say never mind. You better say what you had to say, or you can't ask for nothing all summer. Like my mom didn't play that. Never mind. You better say what you was gonna say. And so what I'm saying by that saying that is, you can't come with me if you ain't gonna do what you say, and I know you can do it. Get out my face with it. That's where I'm at with the list. I don't want to hear none of your crap now. I don't want to hear the reason. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If I said I was going to show you what's on this piece of paper, Greg, either I'm going to show you or I ain't.
Right.
I don't need all your war stories, and I don't need to be playing the violin while you telling me why now I can't. Man, get out of here. I'm done with it.
Right.
I don't like it.
Right. And what's crazy, the next shoe to drop is about to be, because once again they dangled the carrot. We're gonna release all the information on the Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and John F. K. We about to get the same kind of response to that, because the pressure of, I thought you was going to release, I thought that's coming, like it was with Epstein, and then they gonna feed us a bunch of BS on that. The information is too confidential. We thought we could release it, but it's too sensitive. We don't want to release it because it could hurt the families of those individuals. You know what I'm saying? If I live. It's coming. I'm telling you, it's coming. So yeah, man.
I know that like I said, I ain't. See, that's why they don't want me interviewing. See, they think, hey, look, can you imagine if they let me do the interview for like Trump? He think he be candid. I'm candid too. I'll be like Trump. If you want the list out, you could have had it out. Like, you've been signing the executive orders to ship out and everything and getting people fired. You shutting down with that black pen. You shutting down whole government departments. You full of shit. You ain't want to give us that list, bro. That's what I would be. That's how my interview gonna start off, and then it's probably gonna be over, or he gonna try to say something smart, and I'm gonna say something smart.
Man, I'm gonna leave it at this. The person who's in control, the person that you was just talking about, having that interview with and being candid, used to be best boys with Epstein.
Mm-hmm. They said he was on there a few times.
Yeah, bro. I mean, it's all kind of photos. It's all kind of him at these these events that Epstein used to be throwing. So I'm pretty sure if anybody's name is on these lists, I can't see his name being on one of these lists somehow, some way. So I think that might have the biggest thing to do with not releasing it. That's what I think.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So I don't know, man. We could put the Epstein list to bed. What you got for Greg's hot topics? Yeah. So as far as from where I'm my stance on it, unless it drop, I don't want to hear about it. And I'm talking to the president and everybody, the Cash Patel and all those. Just save it until you're ready to really do something.
Yeah. I mean, we starting to get numb to the fireworks, and then, before it's say pop, it fizzes out. You know what I'm saying? You know how disappointed you used to be when you used to have your firecrackers and you light them?
Yeah, they don't do nothing.
They don't do that, bro. It's the same analogy.
Yeah.
It's the
long.
same.
Hey, look, the firework got a long wick and all that, so you waiting.
Yeah.
Then it go up in the thing, and it's everybody just sitting there. Where you get these fireworks from, man?
Yeah, man. You know how disappointed you used to be with the fireworks when that wasn't working. You already, especially as a kid. Who-wee. Well, you liable to just stomp the ground from up under you because the fireworks didn't work. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we got Greg hot topics.
Man,
You got something over there, man. What up?
Speaking of the president, bro, I didn't even know this. Did you know this? That the president is expected to sign an executive order. Speaking of executive orders, designating English as the official language of the United States. White House says Trump to sign today. Did you, bro? I didn't know that the official language. What up?
No, go ahead. So you said, yeah, I thought, go ahead. I ain't gonna cut you off because I thought the official language. Go ahead.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Like, when was the official language not English in the United States, bro?
Oh no, that's a new one to me.
Yeah, I mean, we like no language,
right?
And nowadays, because we was more of an open, maybe that's what it was, because we such a open to everybody kind of country. We just didn't like deem English as the official language because we're a country of many languages. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. I'm assuming that's exactly what it was, because just like he said, the Gulf of Mexico is the Gulf of America now, he probably looked and was like, English ain't the official, like how we are. English ain't the official language of the United States. Man, get that black book and that pen out for me.
Matter of fact, get that pen back from that guy I gave it to as a souvenir.
Yeah, yeah, man. So I was like, man, let me bring this to the table, man. Because is it just me? I already thought that was what it was. So yeah, man. He pretty much, that's a good point too from the chat. He pretty much saying every other language needs to go back to where it derived from, because here we only talking English. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, bro, that one kind of threw me for a loop when I saw it. I was like, man, let me bring this to the forefront, because I know I ain't the only one who already thought this.
I would say, when is the price of eggs going down? You just answer that for me, and then let me know when you get that answer. I don't really. Okay, cool. You're making it official language. What you gonna do about these eggs, bro? What you gonna do about this gas?
Yeah, man. And you know what's crazy, bro? Like you said, you don't even really be driving that much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I don't, and this is the thing. I've always, man, I ain't never ever really paid attention to no gas prices, bro. Like,
Until now,
I
huh?
know, huh?
I said until now, huh?
Until now, bro. I never even pay attention to no, I don't know why, maybe I should have, but I never paid attention to gas. I just pull up, get gas, and go about my business. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
now I be like looking up, like, wait a minute. That's 30, 40 cents more than it was last week. You know what I'm saying? I'm even to the point now where I'd be like, hey, man, you know how you go in the store and you can, just sign up for gas discounts? Man, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gas discount king now.
Oh, you get the points and all that.
Yes, bro.
How many points you got, Greg?
I just I just got 5 cents a gallon knocked off when I filled up the last time.
Oh wow.
And it's crazy because the gas station I go to, I don't even, because I don't keep track of it. But when you slide your card, it'll say, you get 5, 8, whatever the amount is that, you didn't got to where you can, take 5, 8 cents, whatever it is. It just shows up on the screen and you can hit yes or you can hit no. If you hit no, it'll just keep, you every time you buy some, it'll just keep adding up, adding up. So yeah, I'll be watching it now, bro. It's crazy. I never did before. I promise, never.
Hey, well, I was never the type either. I know what you're talking about. You just get in, fill up, and roll. You know what I mean? Like you ain't
Right.
watching and chasing and going. Oh, I'm going over here because the gas is this and all that. But now, yeah, it's crazy.
That's
Jennifer
crazy.
said she got gas at Costco yesterday. Same route past Fort Phillips for me, holding steady at $2.39 a gallon for regular. That's pretty good, ain't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because it's 330 something where I go.
Wow, man,
Yeah.
that's a whole dollar a gallon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it ain't no joke, man. It ain't no joke. And it seemed like it was going down, and then when the election happened, it started to creep back up. I don't know what that's about. Like they kind of know that, they can kind of press that button when a new president come in. They got a good amount of time to run it up before people start screaming and whoever's in, office got to step in and do something about it. Seems like is what be going on to me. They just run it up for as long as they can run it up until the masses start screaming all over the place, and then the government had to step in and smack somebody's hand. Then you'll start to kind of see it going back down.
Oh
It's
yeah,
crazy.
Jennifer stunting on y'all with her gas now. She like I'm also in Houston. Lots of oil refineries here.
Yeah,
That's
that's
she,
true.
and
That's true. Yeah,
Jennifer
that's
got it
true.
good.
Yeah, because you seeing 20 gas refineries all around you, and you still paying the national average. That's a problem. The gas is instead of stepping in puddles of water in Houston, you stepping in puddles of oil. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. Hella
It's,
oil, huh?
yeah, bro. They got refineries everywhere in Houston, man. Have you ever been to Houston before?
Yeah, a few times. You know how
Oh,
many
okay.
times I done went there and watched my Browns lose by 40 in
Oh,
Houston.
okay. Right.
Going
I ain't
there,
mean
going to Houston, talking mess before the game with all the Houston fans, and then
I ain't
sitting
mean
down and it's 30-0 at halftime. Me and my dad trying to find a back door to get out of there.
yeah, man. I ain't
But
mean to
yeah, I've
trick
been to
you.
Houston quite a few times. I like Houston.
Yeah, I do too. I don't like the heat, but the times that I went, I had a good time.
Yeah, I know it's hella construction out there. I'm like, would y'all build whatever y'all trying to build? It's hella construction from when the times I went.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Because
like,
it's
this
so
is
much land, man. It's so
yeah.
much land. You know what I'm saying?
And
So
everything we went to took about an hour to get to. Like
yeah, that too.
everything
That'd
was
be crazy.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
that'd
yeah,
be
the people and the food and the vibe is A1.
Yeah, absolutely. Food is excellent. Yeah, food is excellent. Anyway, man, little baby back in the news. He
Lil
fired back.
Baby.
Yeah, Atlanta rapper, little baby born Dominique Jones is firing back at law enforcement after being blamed for the death of two 13-year-olds, an accusation his lawyers are calling complete and total nonsense. The controversy erupted when police suggested that a music video in Lil Baby's hometown somehow contribute to the tragic killings. However, his legal team at Finding Law Firm swiftly shut down the claims, calling them disgraceful, unprofessional, and unethical. To say that he couldn't shoot a music video in his hometown, a place that he loves and has continued to uplift, is disgraceful, attorneys Drew Finley and Marissa Goldberg stated. Finley law firm swiftly shut down the claims, calling them disgraceful, to, unprofessional, and unethical. To say that he couldn't, oh, I'm reading the same thing. They emphasized that the location of a major music video is a decision made by a professional team, not an individual artist, and that dragging Lil Baby's name into the situation was both shameful and unethical. Lil Baby is devastated by the deaths of the two teens, especially because they came from the same community he grew up in. Rather than being vilified, they argue, he remains committed to uplifting his neighborhood and creating opportunities for those in it. That's his statement, bro, from his attorneys. So, the heat must be heating.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? What you think about that?
Yeah, the heat is heating. You saw Lil Baby what he posted, right? Like not the whole statement, but what he posted on Instagram. Did you say that too? I didn't hear that. If you heard
what
that
what Lil Baby say?
He said, thanks for the concern, but I'm overly good.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
Okay, so now that it all hit the fan, and we was on here yesterday, or was it the day before yesterday? I know it was this week. I think it was yesterday, and we was already saying like they scream a Lil Baby for a reason. You know what I'm saying? It's more than just what they telling us. And then came out, start hearing whispers echoing what we were saying. So I'm gonna tell you two things that I've been hearing. Of course, I already told you Lil Baby from his mouth trying to say like it's no big deal and he good, but hey, Lil Baby ain't the prosecution or the DA or none of that. So what he say really don't matter, but he sound confident. But all of the like bloggers and podcasters and YouTubers that I follow who like specialize in that rapper beef Rico content, all of them are saying pretty much, and one of the sources
coming.
Freddie Nash, yeah. I believe I didn't get to watch his whole video, but I think it was him that said or that a Rico might be coming or a Rico is coming. But I know just that community in general, they're talking that a Rico coming.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's what they saying. And that like I said, and that's like their lane. So they be deep in it, like how I'm deep into Diddy and knowing what's up. They like deep in the rapper Rico gang world. Like that, they continuously follow that and report on that. And they normally know what they're talking about. And yeah, they saying a Rico coming. So we need to definitely watch out.
It kind of sound like the rumblings of one. When the police or detectives have because Lil Baby ain't broke, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can't just come out and start hurling accusations about somebody, and you not have something in your back pocket, or something that's coming down the pipe.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
They ain't screaming just because he shot the video, like I said yesterday. You know what I mean?
Right. So yeah, let's see what happens. But it sounds like Lil Baby on that clock, and the way he trying to Jay-Z it. You ain't Jay-Z. You can't Jay-Z it, bruh. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't do
Exactly.
that.
Yeah.
You a
Yeah. He trying
small
to be too
fish in the
cocky.
ocean.
Yeah, he trying to be too cocky. I don't like that demeanor. Like you
Uh-uh.
said, he literally seemed like he trying to pull a J by being extra cocky on it, and it's like you are different. Jay got a whole type of money, different type of money, different type of colleagues, different type of longevity, all type of stuff. And like I agree with you on that. Like I think somebody in the chat said he should have been more humble and more like just take accountability for because the fact that he won't even say, because say if it was all innocent, I don't see no problem with saying, man, that was a goof, for lack of better words, that was a goof up on my part. I apologize to the victims that I even would have, I didn't even think about that when I booked the video. Something
Right.
like that, something genuine. But you to just be talking about I'm overly good when kids died,
Not good.
13-year-old kids died, and you did have a video shoot there, rather, no matter how much you think or don't think you had to do with it, the fact remains children died. So that's a horrible stance to take, and it don't look good on you.
He should have been paying for funerals.
Mm-hmm.
He should have been, denouncing what had happened, when it happened. We can't forget this happened a year ago almost. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like it was recent. This is something that happened a while back in June, July.
Right.
So and now that's the other thing. If it was just up, open and shut, why would the prosecution and the detectives be doing full-fledged interviews? Why would they be doing that? You know what I'm saying? Some coming down the pipe. And then you got to remember, Atlanta is Rico County.
Exactly. I'm about to say all of that.
Not what they do down there is Rico. You know what I'm saying? So, and then,
And
man,
guess
like I
what?
said,
He don't know what the Lil Baby, while he talking about he overly good, you don't know what them people that got picked up done said. How you know you overly good? You don't know.
That's why he ain't overly good.
Exactly. You don't know what they saying.
As a matter of fact, based off of how things are starting to unfold, he kind of do know what they said. You know what I'm saying? He kind of got a feeling what they in there saying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what it is right there. Like, what? I thought I had this behind me. No, you got 6, 7 individuals they could break down in the box and get the information that they need to come after you. You best believe they've done that, because they wouldn't, like I said, they wouldn't be out here doing press conferences just to be doing them. They can't do that.
Nah.
Yeah, man. Lil Baby in trouble, I think.
Yeah, I do too. And like I said, I believe them guys that I follow that follow that stuff. They do it so much. They have people who in them towns. It's like, for example, one of my sources, they followed the SETI guy. He follows he followed the Thug trial, from beginning to end to every day, like how I do the Diddy situation. And that happened in Atlanta. And so, a lot of those same contacts, when something like this come up, they know what's going on in the streets. You know how it is, Greg. You know what I'm saying? So when you got access to the streets, letting you know what's going on, it don't take. So I said, if they saying it's a RICO, that's pretty much what the streets saying, and the streets know.
Yeah, the streets know.
Streets know.
And the reason why the streets know is because the streets be connected to the people that's going to potentially bring the RICO. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's what they're there. Streets. Don't think it's just the underworld. It's also the overworld. Like everybody is streets.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. The streets is everybody. Yeah, a lot of people forget the streets include them too.
Right.
They uncle is part of the prosecution team, or the or whatever.
Right.
Like, I know what you're saying, especially in Atlanta. That's one
Yeah.
thing. Another thing about Atlanta, I done lived in Ohio. I've lived in Vegas, Nevada. I've lived in Georgia. I've lived a lot of different places. And one thing about Atlanta, it's more people like us in those positions than any other place I ever lived in. And so you do see way more connections to people knowing what's going on in like law enforcement, where like we don't have no connections in Cleveland, Ohio, like not no high level law enforcement. You know what I mean? We got low level, but like in Atlanta, it's a lot of us who up at the top that's connected to, you know what I mean? So that's another reason why, like you said, streets, they know often, especially in Atlanta. Our
I
community.
mean, you just seen Fannie Willis. She the top DA. And she just got reelected. And she's Rico Queen.
Mm-hmm.
And when she was trying to take Young Thug and them down, that's why I'm saying Little Baby was kind of in that mix. But for whatever reason, they felt like Young Thug was a bigger fish at the time, and he slipped through the cracks. From what I could see, I mean, I could be wrong just looking at it from back when it happened, and people was like, man, Lil Baby then kind of went quiet. And he was kind of a part of that thing. What's the name of they
4PF?
What's that again?
The 4PF, the gang, or what you talking about?
Young Thugs
Oh,
label.
YSL?
YSL. Yeah. Lil
Yeah,
Baby
4PF
was
Baby. And then
yeah.
YSL. Okay.
Yeah, he was allegedly a part of YSL. So yeah, man. I mean, bro, I don't know what's up with these hip hop guys, but you would kind of think they would kind of look at the ones that came before them and understand that the quicker you could get up out them streets, the quicker you better get it done. Because if you still got 1 foot in, 1 foot out, you're gonna either meet your maker, or you're gonna have a roommate that you don't want to have as a roommate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
So I don't know, Lil Baby, man. I can't even say good luck to you, bro, because two kids was unalived. However the situation was. So we just got to kind of see what happens.
Lil Baby might be like Big Baby.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know, Big Baby is behind bars. Big Baby was Big Baby from the NBA that got caught up in some type of NBA scam with money, insurance money or something. But Big Baby is locked up, and Lil Baby he just better be careful. I hope the best for him. I don't want to see, if he didn't do nothing wrong, I don't want to see no brother locked up. So I hope the best. But Lil Baby, you're not overly good.
Oh man, you know what I just thought about? Remember I was telling you about we had interviewed the one NBA player, Eddie Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
And he the same like Medicaid scam that they was running, Big Baby, I'm sorry. He was involved in it too.
Oh, okay.
Yes. He was he
got
involved.
away. He was lucky to not get caught up in it, or he got caught up.
No, he got caught up in it.
Oh wow. Okay.
Now,
Okay.
as far as what happened to him, I don't know. But when
He
it
told him,
came,
are you saying here on the Flow Show No Filter he snitched on Big Baby?
I don't know if he snitched.
I'm
He
just
was a
messing with
part
you.
of the group of individuals who got caught up in the scam. You know what I'm saying? Now, what his part was in it, I don't know. But when they start slinging out the names of all, all the individuals that was involved, his name was one of the names.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
and we them boys didn't know that Big Baby was behind big bars.
Oh wow. Yeah, he
Yeah.
been
So
be
real quick,
behind.
what happened, Greg? A little bit. I know you know.
Well, I mean,
Oh, just skinny. The
yeah,
skinny.
it was kind of like a Medicaid scheme that they was
Yeah,
running.
yeah. It was some type of medical NBA insurance scheme.
Yeah,
Yeah.
through the NBA. And basically they got caught up. It was a couple individuals, couple football players, couple basketball players, and Big Baby ended up, I haven't heard anybody else go to jail behind it outside of him. So I don't know if he had, more, if he was the initiator of the scam and he benefited the most from the scam. But he got some time. He got some years too. It wasn't like it was a little bit of time. He gonna do some
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, it was some
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
It
Big
was
Baby.
something. It was something for real. And because the NBA on something like that, they tend to not even really want to lock an NBA player up. You know what I mean? Like because it kind of looked bad on the NBA. That's how you know whatever they did was kind of serious.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like NBA, if they can help it on something like that, they really like to kind of just give you the most, but slap you on the wrist because they don't even want the NBA players, because it's a bad look almost to even look like the NBA locking you up. But that's how I know it was something serious.
And you know what's crazy? It was almost like he was crashing out. I don't
Yeah.
know if he like knew what was getting ready to happen, but he started doing like crazy stuff, man. Like Big Baby just came from out of nowhere. He was all on private jets, eating Kentucky Fried Chicken, fighting folks. Big Baby was acting a fool out here in these streets for a minute, and then next thing you know, he was talking about he got a case, and next thing you know, he was found guilty. The next thing you know, he was in a jumpsuit on one of them prison pictures. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then next thing
So
you know, it's nothing more.
yeah, it was he in there, hopefully being Big Baby because that ain't the place for the weak.
Mm-mm. So yeah, what we
Yeah, man.
got? What we got, Greg? What's up next?
Hey man,
It's
bro,
lunchtime. Mhm.
it's gonna get crazy, bro. I don't know what's about to happen. These next 4 years is about to be very interesting. So, speaking of, let's go back to Trump. He secured the extradition of 29 top cartel leaders from Mexico to the U.S. for prosecution, right? In a
Mhm.
significant display of security cooperation, Mexico has extradited 29 high profile cartel figures to the United States, including notorious drug lord Rafael Quintero, the
Mhm.
masterminds behind the 1985 murder of a U.S. DEA agent, Enrique Camarena. The
Mhm.
moves comes as the Trump administration intensifies its crackdown on drug trafficking organizations. The mass extradition coincides with high-level talks in Washington where Mexican officials are seeking to prevent the Trump administration from imposing steep 25% tariffs on all Mexican imports, a measure set to take effect on Tuesday on drug trafficking organization. The mass extradition coincides with high-level talks. And the Mexican officials are seeking to prevent the Trump administration from imposing the steep 25% tariffs on all Mexican imports, a measure set to take effect on Tuesday. So, yeah, bro. According to the Mexican government, the individuals were transferred from various prisons across Mexico before being flown from an airport north of Mexico City to 8 different U.S. cities on Thursday. Among them were members of 5 of the 6 Mexican criminal organizations recently designated as foreign terrorist organization by the administration. Bro, that's a lot of drug lords, bro.
Yeah, the chat said they don't believe it.
Oh, what? What they thinking? They
What
thinking
y'all
that
think? They thinking they
yeah.
lying. But let's say if he ain't lying, that's a lot of drug lords, right? And
Yeah.
I don't think when the last time Trump been in Mexico. I don't think he gonna go to Mexico too soon.
Listen, bro. I don't think he gonna. I think he better be real careful wherever he go messing with the cartels, bro. 29?
Yeah. That's what. Hey, look, I don't want to mess with the cartels.
No, bro. To me, that's the real folks who you ain't really trying to be messing with because they got a history of not just getting at you. It could be, whoever.
Right.
Kids, grandparents.
Hey, look, you don't even want to say a name because it's so
right. I mean, I'm kind of like,
and that's how much respect the cartel get, even in jest. You ain't gonna say no name, or no nothing. You like it could be
Yeah, man.
Just
You know what
whatever.
I'm saying? Them boys don't play. They don't play, and they don't play about you messing with their money. And you taking 29 of their leaders off the chessboard. It's got to be some repercussions behind that, bro. I believe. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, because we are the U.S. and we got some things too over here. But man, these dudes they move in silence for real.
Yeah, they do. And we them boys in the loop.
He know what time it is.
Mm-hmm. And look, I was thinking the same thing. Amy said, "Well, he trying to kick him out, but he bringing him in." I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, you kicking out the ones who ain't gonna harm or flee, and then you bringing in the murderers. Okay.
Yeah. And it sounds like they're gonna have to go through the judicial system. So you got 29. Just imagine when the big dogs walk into jail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The jail gonna look a little different. You know? They're gonna be moving cats around because they are the big dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime you can execute a DEA agent, a USA DEA agent, man, they don't stop until they get the person that's did that.
Yeah.
That's like spitting in our face. So yeah, bro, that's gonna be, that's gonna be interesting. It might be like what the chat's saying. It could be like one of them stories. They hit us with the highlights, the front page news of it, and eventually we don't ever hear nothing else about it.
Right.
Because there's so much money involved, they gonna be, trying to pay this person off, that person off, this person that's trying to snitch, they gonna be, you know how it go down, man, when you dealing with them dudes, man. They don't be trying to go to jail. You see Chapo was making tunnels under the jail to get out of the jail.
Yeah. They said, how he getting what the hey, look.
They like
They
to be
something
out.
else.
Yeah, man, they like to be out in the midst of all the millions, multi-millions that they collected from the game. You know what I'm saying? They can't spend it if they behind bars. So yeah, bro. They in the US in cities near you. You know what I'm saying? There's cities near you. But anyway, so that's happening right around us, and we don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Or not, they could be, playing around. But when he came in, he was basically saying he was trying to take them down. He's trying to take them down. So, like you say, we never really know what's really going on, but that's what they report. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, bro, they got Kevin Lyles, man.
Yeah, they got Kevin Love.
Who is that you got on the screen?
That's Cash. He doing his grand opening, his commercial for his grand opening day. But go ahead. I was just giving them some shine.
Right. Kevin Lyles,
yeah,
man.
They got Kevin Love, Kevin Diddy.
Yeah, sued for alleged rape and battery. Def Jam.
You said grape and battery?
Grape and battery, yeah. My bad.
Yeah, hey. He man, it's starting to be a lot of smoke. And then I heard,
bro.
I didn't know he managed Trey Songz all this time.
Yeah, Trey Songz.
And I know about Trey Songz, like
Young
for real.
Thug.
So
you remember when he testified?
Yeah, I remember when he testified. He down for he with the but when Kevin Lyles said that's not the Diddy he know, I was kind of, for him to come out and say that, and I know he know better. I'm like, oh, okay, you big time involved.
Yes.
And he was. I'm about to cut you off because I don't know if you knew this or saw the earlier show, but he left his chairman position at Warner Brothers, or he got pushed out. It was weird, but it was like right after the Diddy arrest in September, and it was an article about it. So it was like Diddy was arrested, and then all of a sudden Kevin Lyles removed from Warner Brothers. Like
I remember that.
So pay attention to Kevin Lyles.
Yeah, I mean, he was named in a suit. The hip hop music industry legend Kevin Lyles is facing a new assault lawsuit, actual assault lawsuit. A woman claims he gaped her while he was an exec at Def Jam in 2002. The suit claims Lyles would constantly press his body against the woman's breast and grab her buttocks at work. The woman claims he ultimately actually assaulted and gaped her in 2002, according to legal documents obtained by TMZ Hip Hop. Lyles is being sued by a woman not identified publicly who says she began working for the iconic music imprint in 1999 and claims she was quickly subject to repeated instances of sexual harassment from Lyles from 2000 to 2002. Man, bro, the part that I don't be really understanding about these guys, man, is that, first of all, they pretty much got, their pickings, right?
Right. Right.
They high power rich men, who I don't understand for the life of me why they end up in these situations, bro. Like, how do you end up in these situations? And people, I get it sometimes, people might be trying to, take advantage of certain moments or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, if you are in these high power positions and you handling your business and you're doing the correct things where people they know not to even play in your face like that, then they wouldn't be playing in your face like that. You know what I'm saying? So apparently, I don't know if it's because these guys grow up and they don't really have the cachet young to have girlfriends, or you know what I'm saying, go through, relationships or whatnot. And then when they become adults, they don't know how to, control their whatever it is that they be having going on in their minds when it comes to women.
Mm-hmm.
But I never really understood, like, how do they fall victim of getting themselves into these kind of situations, man? Because these women ain't lying on everybody. You
Right.
know what I'm
Right.
saying? They're just not. I'm not saying all of them are telling the truth, but I'm thinking the mass majority of them are, because these
Mm-hmm.
cats be some cornballs, man. To
Mm-hmm.
kind of
I was
sum it up,
just the same thing. That's what they are. And a
yeah.
lot of them, I would say like 80% of them at least, and that's being conservative. Like it might be 90%. And that's why. And that's what I learned once I was signed and around them all and this and that. Man, because I was always regular, cool, laid back, do my thing. So I always was, you know, all the real people gravitated to me, and I gravitated to the real people. And it was like you never realize how 90% of people of them is corny. And so you would think they got the pick of the litter or this or that, but actually not really. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
because if you Kevin Lyles, you in a world with Jay-Z, Nas, you know, you Trey Songz manager. So in that world, you Kevin Love, that ain't no big thing. So then but they feel like they should be held on this high standard, and they want to do the same things that they see some other dudes might get off, but them dudes, they want that like they getting the women want that guy. You know what I'm saying? She don't want but you think because you Kevin Love, she should. So you be pressing and pressing and being ultra aggressive because that's the nature of when you think you that person. They really ain't that. They ain't him. You know what I'm saying? And they don't be. And it's a lot of that. I seen it with my own eyes. Seen it with my own
Yeah,
eyes. It be them
yeah,
guys, them execs that think they should be. They think women should be falling at their feet, but the ones that they think should be don't be, and so they try to use their position to try to make them. You know what I mean? So it's
yeah,
just cornballs, like you said. That's really the best way to explain it, and that's really what it is, bro. For real.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I never been able to understand it, bro. Like, anytime I hear that and these guys be involved, I'd be like, come on, man. Like, really? Like, how do you end up in these kind of situations, man, when it's so many, first of all, so many women that, that's in the world, but it's so many that they have access to because of, wealth and, position of, whatever it is that they're doing, and why you got to take advantage of somebody when you got it like that? I mean, why you got to take advantage of somebody, period, of course.
Right.
But, you know what I'm saying? When you really, 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 really up and got it like that, and you still, like what you said, pressing, women who don't want to be pressed. It's sickening, bro.
I see it all the time.
Yeah, it's sickening, bro.
They tell guys like me about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was always that guy in the industry. That's why I know. Because I'm so much opposite of that, just laid back and whoever I ain't matter. It didn't matter if I just came off BET Rap City. I was just like I am now. So I always got the real talk. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
me too.
So you feel that like they always told me about he got drunk and he was saying this and doing that and I just be laughing like.
Yeah,
So
bro.
they can't tell me. I know.
Right. So yeah, man. I mean, Kevin Lyles look like you on the clock too, my guy.
Yeah.
and you sound like you might be, depending on what you was up to, you might not just be getting a slap on your wrist. You might be in one of them orange suits as well, my guy. So hopefully it's a situation where, I mean, I guess in this case, if the woman is not telling the truth, that's not good and shame on her. But if it is the truth, then she gets justice. And my guy, you know what you're supposed to get. If what they saying is true, you know what you're supposed to get. So we ain't even got to say it.
Right.
Man, to change the mood a little bit, did you see what 50 said? You see 50 starting to put his attention towards Floyd?
No.
listen, listen how he's starting the assault against Floyd. So
now, before you continue, chat, this might bring us into the mix. I'm telling you, Floyd and 50 get level 10. Somehow, I'm going to end up in the middle somehow. I'm telling y'all now. So go ahead, because whatever I say, them MFs, especially on Floyd's side, he got people listening to everything I say.
Anyway,
so go ahead.
So Floyd, 50 had the video of Floyd talking about Trump being the best president ever, right?
Oh, 50 went there. Okay, yeah, this is breaking news to me.
This the jump off. That's what I'm saying. Okay. It's the jump off.
Okay.
But his comment was like, yo, you know how when you in school and the kid eats the crayons, now you see what happens when they grow up.
That's who said that, 50?
That's what 50 said about Floyd, man.
Oh. So since the gloves is off, I can wait till you finish, or I can tell you what 50 told me.
Listen, I mean, that was it. He didn't say nothing else. Okay. Then he had the laughing emojis and all of that, man. I was like, wow, because the kids, you know who the kids was that was eating the crayons back in
they wasn't the kids that you didn't want your child to be that kid. That's just
exactly.
If your child wasn't eating the crayons, you were a proud parent. So anyway, I don't know if y'all told me about if y'all remember, but I told y'all about that story when I told you 50 always treated me well. And I told y'all about that story when I saw 50 in I think it was Austin, Texas, and he was doing this big signing of some. I think this when he had this what it was. Remember 50 came out with his Beats by Dre's?
Oh, remember?
Yeah. So this when those came out. So 50 had a signing out there, and I was out there for something else. So I went over there to see 50. It was like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people standing in line, waiting for him to sign it or whatever. So I had walked up, and as soon as he seen me, he was like, Flo, they brought me back there. The whole line was looking at me like, who is this random guy that get to just go back there and chill with 50 and talk? So we talking. So after he signed all them, he was like, well, where you staying at? I was telling him the hotel. So I went out through the back with 50 and his security, and we had a little talk. Now, at this time, this is like right when 50, I wasn't like me and Floyd was beefing, and 50 and Floyd was beefing. So when 50 saw me, no, it was mainly 50 and Floyd beefing. 50 didn't know me and Floyd was beefing. And so when 50 saw me, he didn't know if I was up there maybe mad at or in between the beef. You know what I'm saying? Because we hadn't talked since this is right when him and Floyd started beefing. And so I remember I told y'all the story, and I said that 50 told me that about somebody who was a private plane with no wheels. Remember I told you that? He was talking about Floyd. I just didn't want to say nothing because I'm like, I don't want to get them back. I don't want somebody to run with it. Next thing you say, I'm putting out and starting stuff. But now they going there. And so Floyd 50 had called out, and basically he was using Floyd to teach me a lesson about making sure your foundation is solid, making sure that you can land, because you can be a private jet looking pretty and you can have all the state of the art. Your seats could be made out of gold, but if you don't have wheels, eventually it will destroy it. You'll destroy it. And that's what 50, and that's how 50 talk. Like 50, he give game, and that's what we talk on a whole nother level when me and 50, when he giving me game and we talking. And so he was talking about Floyd at that time. He was saying it looked good, but Floyd is really smoke and mirrors, and eventually it will crash. And 50 said that back then. So now that the gloves is off and you done said he eating crayons and all that.
And then I feel like
I can tell y'all who I was talking about in that story, and that was 50 talking about Floyd.
Right. And then he told Floyd to spell best president. I forgot that part. He said spell best president, chap. And that's the crazy thing about 52 when he dealing with Floyd. He'll disrespect him to the core, but he'll always call him champ. That part be killing me, bro.
And you know why? And it's funny. Now this just show you how all this tie in and how my stories be so like clear and really like real. Like, it's different when you've been around these people so much time. It's like real time. You know what I mean? Not just superstar time. But that comes from, remember when I told y'all 50 Cent I was out there with Floyd. This is after I wasn't even with Floyd no more as far as the record label. I was just, we cool. So even to this day, we cool. That's why I can talk candidly. Floyd know I ain't saying stuff that I, to try to, get him in trouble or whatever. But remember I said 50 was out there with Floyd and they was like brothers, and we used to go to the gym and Floyd be working out for 6 hours straight, and him and 50 was together all that time. Well, everybody in the camp called Floyd champ.
Right.
And so everybody called him champ. That's what you call him when you in the training camp, especially when you in the boxing world. You call your fighter, especially a fighter like Floyd, you call him champ. You don't even call them their name. So so ever since that era, 50 been calling him champ ever since then, even when they started beefing. Because at that time, we all called him champ. So it's like that's something little that the average person wouldn't even know why 50 called him champ. But that's when they was really tight. 50 was with the camp every day, and we all call him champ. I call him Floyd just because that's what I called him from the beginning. But in the camp, and if you know him, everybody call him champ. Where champ at? Champ mad. Champ need a cheese toast. Who gonna make champ's cheese toast? Champ said, who left the Benz keys? It's always champ. So.
Right. Yeah, I find that funny because he will say the craziest thing ever about Floyd and end it with champ. I'll be like, hey, man,
right. Well, that's
follow code, man.
Yeah, that's funny, isn't it? Yeah, but that's where it come from.
So I was like, man, I can't wait to tell Flo about this. The party has started.
Yeah. And I was wondering because even people were saying like 50 taking a little long. Maybe he ain't saying nothing about Floyd, but I ain't see he went there already. Now I want to see if Floyd gonna come back.
And he the one who started the whole rumor about Floyd not being able to read.
Mm-hmm.
How crazy. On the Breakfast Club.
So did.
Well, yeah, so that's that, man. We'll keep an eye on that. What you think about your boy Justin Bieber smoking blunts on live?
I
You
ain't
see
see
that?
that. No.
Oh, you ain't see that, bro.
Hey, look,
Man, I feel so.
all the hell we putting that boy through. Hell yeah. I ain't mad at him.
I ain't mad at him either, bro, but it's
I hope he's
Justin Bieber, man.
I
You know,
know,
it
I know,
just
I
don't
know.
even
I'm
look
just
right.
saying. And you
You know
know
what
it's
I'm
gonna be
saying?
news. No, you know
Yeah,
it's headline news because so many
yeah.
people in the world can't look at things, they can't separate the celebrity from like the
From the
human
real
being.
person,
Like,
right?
man, I hope he hitting it off live too.
No, he definitely hitting it off alive the way he was smoking it on live.
It didn't look like it was his first time, Greg.
No, it didn't look like it. No, Justin Bieber smoking blunts regularly. I
He looked like
promise you that.
he looked like a white Snoop Dogg.
Yes, he didn't have no small blood. He had a Snoop Dogg blood too, bruh.
Go ahead, JB. Shoot. You deserve one to hit one.
he,
For
he
real.
just he looked so sad though, bro. And then he was like laughing, man. Like, he had music playing in the background, but he was like giggling and shit, man. He just looked like he know that the story about what he went through is gonna hit the airwaves at some point, and people,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And from
That's
that
what I'm
point
saying,
forward,
y'all.
people,
This trial.
yeah, bro. Yeah, that's how he looked too, man. Like he know it's coming, and he'll never
Because
be the same.
the thing about it is we can say, the media, what we can control, can't control. They suppress the media. And to a certain extent, the legal system could be a little iffy, but for the most part, man, once you go in trial, hey, look, it's no telling what might come out. You know what I
That's my
mean?
point.
Like it
Right.
ain't no holds barred. And so with somebody like Diddy,
Yeah.
I think we get it, but I think as a whole, people gonna be even shocked when stuff come out because I don't think a lot of people grasping because they tripping about this little evidence and these lawsuits and all this coming out. I don't think people understand that you don't know what names might come up during this trial and what information. We talking about even down to satanic stuff. They in his iCloud, bruh.
Bro, why you think everybody's
They
shaking
in
in their
his
boots?
iCloud.
Right. Why you think everybody's shaking in their boots? Why you think everybody's so
I'm
quiet?
I'm so glad my mom and daddy didn't make little Diddy kids out of me and my siblings. We ain't, we regular. And I'm
Right.
so glad because look, I was running. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If I was wild like that, I'm talking about Diddy wild. Like, and Greg, just keeping it real. We all know guys that do a little bit more, or people that do a little more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And man, I was young. I didn't have no problem with the ladies. I got along with them. They liked me. And I was running around with Floyd Mayweather, 50 Cent. In the middle of all of that, ice on me, able to do whatever. Who knows what I would have did in them days? Because I could have. I could have went wherever. It was parties that I don't know what they was about, but it was certain, if I never liked weird stuff. I never liked being around people that I didn't really know. You know what I'm saying? So I never engaged in none of that. But I'll be thinking back like, bro, if I was just a naturally wild type child, like had a little Diddy in me, I would have been in some of them parties. Not saying I would have been doing, drugging people and doing all that crazy stuff, but I'm glad I was never even around. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even see nothing with my eyes that was crazy. You know what I mean? I never took no invite to nothing wild, and that's a blessing. I could have. That's all I'm gonna say. I was right there. But just the type of person I am, I ain't doing but so much. You know what I mean? I'm not about to be in no weird environment because I never cared. I never wanted to be accepted by people so bad that I would do weird stuff or even be around it. I just never cared. Luckily. So I'll be just now I can sit back. Because if you think about it, my real run was 2000, basically 3 to like 2009-ish. And in that time, a lot of that stuff was really going on. But
they started looking at Diddy. They started looking at Diddy like 2006, right?
Yeah.
So you was right in the mix.
Glad. Oh, I was in the mix, and I was with the people. I mean, think about it. Floyd was big time. I was Floyd's artist. 50 was Floyd's best friend, and 50 wanted me to be his artist. So I was everybody like, you know what I'm saying? At that time, if Floyd and 50 co-signing you, who ain't gonna like you? You know what I mean? Even with fake love. So, but luckily, like I said, luckily I was cool and didn't get involved in none of that crap. So I'm sitting back just like everybody else, want to see what the heck happened behind the scenes.
And I mean, even, Floyd couldn't escape it because he ended up having to do some time behind, dealing with, women in the wrong way. So he couldn't even escape it. So yeah, man, it's just crazy, man. Once again, there's so many other things you could be doing, and you end up, doing those things because you have some power, and you finally get access to, beautiful women, and you just don't know what to do with yourself because you ain't used to it.
Anything, hey, look, Greg. Only thing that used to. The worst thing that happened to me is like me and my son's mom, I get caught up. We was getting caught up in our own little, relationship stuff, young, and we in Vegas. That was my world though. See, I always was about my world. You know what I mean? Even when I was in the music industry heavy, I always stayed close and always stayed in my own world with my fam, my son's mom, my son. But I remember one time, Vivica Fox, I don't think I ever told nobody publicly that Vivica Fox was trying to fly me out. And I remember my baby mama found that and ended up going off on Vivica Fox. I was getting into that type of trouble, like regular life, real life stuff, not no freak off stuff.
Right. I mean, when you're young, that kind of stuff, that comes with the territory. You gotta, you're gonna have to fight them off. And if you got one that you're trying to actually be with, it's gonna be some issues. You kind of gotta work through that once you kind of start to get a little stardom. The people around you don't understand it. You don't understand it, so the people around you don't understand it. So yeah.
I was like, it might be Greg. I was like, it might be a movie, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how to be two could play that, three could play that game.
Yeah. How I'm supposed to know what she wants.
I was in my own world. I always had if I had any drama, it was in my own world. I ain't want to be around that stuff. A lot of them was corny, like we said. So too bad, so sad. I stayed out of it. So that's why some of them, I said on my other show, they little people that I know, I noticed they're a little bit more distant, but see, they was more engaged in that stuff than me, so that I can see why they're a little bit distant from me now, because they don't know if I might be calling them out next, if their name might come up. So I get it.
Hey man, am I looking at our likes right? Is that only one like?
That's from Facebook. But go ahead, Mini Me. Hey, look, Mini Me got everybody. Hey, Hey, let's make sure the likes add up because we done all turned into some like goons. You see, Greg had to stop the music. He said, hold on. Is that one like or what? No.
Before I put the music back on, let me make sure y'all on the dance floor. You know
everybody. Oh, thank you, Mr. Hey, look, we got a new. I think is that Ivan.
Yeah.
If I'm saying it wrong, okay, Ivan Jones. Appreciate you joining the lunch crew. If you've been here before, I didn't see you. Just want to shout you out, everybody in the lunch crew. Shout out one of our Facebook members. He from my Facebook community. Remember, I told you we got communities on all platforms, and we all come together. So everybody show Ivan some love for coming to the lunch crew. Yeah. But hey, look, I like that, Greg. Hey, Mini Me that got us all together on the lights. Yeah, hey, look, one time when Mini Me started checking everybody so much on the likes, I was about to make sure I liked it. She said it's 12 people in here. We only got 11 likes. I said, did I like it? Hey, look, I said, did I like it? Let me like it. Mini Me got us all together. Greg said, hold on. Hey, look, I saw you stop the paper. You said,
right.
One like. Shout out to you. Appreciate it. Thanks, Ivan. I will keep up the great work. And thank you for the great support. The great work don't mean nothing without y'all great support. Because I'll be reporting to the air.
One of my
I need people to report this work too. So I love y'all. But yeah, what's up, Greg?
Yeah, one of my frat brothers' name is Ivan, and I heard the discussion, last night with the panel. They was talking about a young guy. I think he was down in some part of Louisiana. I think Southern University, one of those colleges, and he was pledging a fraternity, Omega Psi Phi fraternity, and he ended up passing away because at this point they're saying hazing, but I'm assuming they're under investigation. And I was listening to the because I'm a part of a fraternity organization. We're in the Divine Nine. That particular fraternity, Omega Psi Phi, is in our circle in the Divine Nine. So, when I saw that, it kind of hit home, because when I pledged a fraternity, it was a while back, right?
Okay.
And of course, I can't divulge, what I went through to become a member of the fraternity, but it was probably one of the best things I ever did in my life. Like the brotherhood, even like your roommate. We're fraternity brothers. So it runs deep. We, as we got older, we understood that, hazing shouldn't be something. There's a lot of other ways that, you can, deal with individuals that want to be a part of the organization without, unaliving them or hurting them in any kind of way. So most organizations that's involved, that's still around, that's involved, we all have a no hazing, policy. As a matter of fact, at each meeting that we conduct at the beginning of the meeting, there's a no hazing policy that we have to read out loud with a 1-800, no hazing phone numbers for individuals who may know about hazing and don't want to just say it out loud. They can just, call that 1-800 number and report whatever incident that they may have seen when it comes to hazing. So although it's so unfortunate that what happened to this young man, and we don't want to see that happen to, anybody, black fraternities, white fraternities, black sororities, white sororities, it's really about brotherhood and, the possibilities of, connections later on in life. When you may need them, you may be able to lean on one of your your brothers within the organization to kind of, help you to move forward in life. That's really what it's about. The hazing part, that is just, although you try to stomp it out, some, kids gonna be kids. And unfortunately, sometimes they take it too far. But we condone it as members of the organization throughout the country. We definitely condone hazing. And like I say, it's now a law on the books, in the government that says no hazing. So it's a big deal. I just wanted to kind of address that a little bit because I know the ladies was talking about it last night.
Yeah, and they talked about it a little bit this morning, a little bit about the I guess it's the new situation with the AIDS.
Right. So yeah, man. But yeah, that's crazy, man. I hate to see that happen. I was literally just kind of going through some hazing kind of stuff with some of the younger individuals, at my alma mater, not even a month ago. Just trying to get people to understand that, hazing is not something that we do anymore. But like I said, man, when you're not around and you leave the vices of young men to themselves, sometimes they can, get carried away, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, let's you see R.I.P. Valletta Wallace, Biggie's mom. You seen the headlines with her?
What? So it's an update?
Yeah.
What happened?
Okay, so Valletta Wallace turned the notorious B.I.G. $10 million estate into $160 million through real estate investments, bro.
Oh my God. Good.
She went to work, didn't she?
Shout out to her. Hey, look, we be calling out we know who the good ones is, don't we? Because we was talking about how cold, even the chat and me and you, like we was talking about how smart and strong and all that she was, and man, we bigged her up. I ain't know she took it to another level with that move.
160 M's, bro.
That's
so
amazing.
She went to work. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
She went to work, man. 150 million, bro. She brought to the table before it was time for her, to go meet her maker, man. That's just amazing, man.
Yeah,
she quadrupled the generational wealth, man. Yeah, let's give her a clap, man. She deserved that. You know what I'm saying? So now the babies, Biggie, I know, man, I know he had to be smiling down on her every step of the way because, every transaction, you got to go, sit down and sign on the dotted line. And she definitely was going in, signing on the dotted line quite often and apparently making some good investments too, man.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, man, that made that just warms your heart up, don't it?
Don't it? Yeah. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, man. I was like, man, this is what I'm talking about right here, man. Because at the end of the day, you as a grown up, you want to leave something behind, so your kids can. I mean, it's in the Bible. You're supposed to try to leave your kids a fortune, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like Biggie left his mom's them, a portfolio of 10 million. That wasn't even in real estate. That was just in music. And she was like, you know what? Okay. Yeah. Because people was trying to be in the pocket, Everybody was probably trying to tell her to spend it on this. Puffy probably was trying to get her she probably had to go to war with him to even get to 10 million. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And she did. From what I,
Yeah,
I heard, and it was articles about it.
right,
She was
right.
too happy in her money.
Yeah, man. So once she got it, she probably just, vanished and went to work, man. And now all Biggie's kids, they kids, they're gonna be good, for the rest of their lives, man. So if she built a $160 million portfolio, you already know she deemed everybody, she chopped it up the way it was supposed to be chopped up, before she went to go meet her maker. You know what I'm saying? If she was
Yeah.
smart enough to, to invest and make 160 million, she was smart enough to, have the business of, if she passed, what is supposed to happen with this
Oh
money
yeah.
that
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. For sure,
So
bro.
when people, because you don't hear nobody talking about they fighting and the kids fighting over this or fighting over that, she probably lined everybody up. Like, you get this, you get this, you get this. That way ain't nobody fighting when I'm, because I'm not gonna be here, your daddy not here. It's gonna have to be y'all to continue on with the family name. So I'm gonna just set it up where ain't nobody bickering and fighting, which happens a lot, man. Because even like when my mom passed, I was so happy that, well, I wasn't happy that I didn't have brothers and sisters, but I was happy that in that moment that it was just me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I didn't
Yeah.
have to fight with brothers and sisters,
Yeah.
even
That's
though
true.
my mom, she would have had it all worked out too, because she had it all worked out for me. But just in case, if that, I was just kind of like, man, I'm kind of, in one breath, I wish I did have brothers and sisters, but in another breath, I was just glad that I didn't have to, go through any of that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
man, the moral to that story is, have your house in order,
Mm-hmm.
because you never know when it's gonna be your time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure.
But anyway, yeah, man, I thought that was pretty big, man. I wanted to definitely, talk about that because we're in the real estate game as well.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we know, when I seen that, I was like, I can see how, 10 million can get you to 160. I can
Yeah.
see it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
For
saying?
real.
Yeah. So I'm glad she took advantage of the real estate game like she did, man. That was good stuff to read. But did you see this crazy fool to switch gears, man? You see what Kanye doing
Cool.
now?
No,
Kanye,
what you did now?
bro, why is this, man? What is wrong with this dude, man? Why is he looking for a jeweler? He all on Instagram looking for a jeweler
Oh,
to make him a swastika chain, bro. I don't understand, man.
this is what our folk, the old folks where I came from, they used to call this being stuck on stupid.
Oh my goodness, bro.
And that's what they would call it. They would say that boy's stuck on stupid. And what that mean is you can't get out your own way. You want to be a, a contrarian just to say it lightly. And it's like, bruh, it's kind of getting annoying, man. Make some music or something, yay. Make some tennis shoes, man. I miss the Yeezy, yay. When the Yeezys was hot and everybody was grabbing Yeezys, I miss that Kanye, to be honest.
I mean, do you really think he could go back? I mean, he done did so much damage, man. I mean, do you really think he can get that kind of audience back in his life, man? He doing things that generations of people have fought to not have happening, and he just doing it all in their face, bro.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? That's like a Caucasian person just running around with, slavery emblems. A well-known Caucasian, music artist, doing that. You can just imagine if a Caucasian male music artist was running around with a shirt with a man hanging from a tree. You know what I'm saying? Talking about slave, whatever. Man, we we would be going crazy. And I'm pretty sure they're going crazy. We just don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
what up, Cash?
Cash, G Money say what up. Greg said what up, Cash.
Boy? Congrats, Cash.
Hey, thank you, my brother. Appreciate you. Look, I'm on my way right now, dropping off the rest of these groceries, man. This business thing ain't easy, but we're gonna make it happen. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do.
He on his way, dropping off his groceries, y'all, to the restaurant.
That's what's up, man.
Hey, look, this ain't no house, but it's about $4,500 for the groceries for the restaurant just for a couple of days.
They shouting you out. Everybody saying, "Hey, Cash, congrats, Cash. Hey, Cash." I'm throwing them up on the big screen. D said, "Congrats, Cash, too." Tell them what, Cash? What you want me to tell the people? Okay, yeah. So he said when he want to do the official interview while he at the restaurant, whenever he can get it, and I'll go live, and he gonna give us a tour of the restaurant, and everybody eat for free for a year. No, I'm just playing. Look, his phone it went out.
It glitched. It glitched.
I'm just playing. But yeah, so we gonna do a live Seafood Social grand opening today, and at some point we're gonna do a live with Cash. He's gonna show us the restaurant. We're gonna have a good time.
Tell Cash we're gonna have to pull up on him and do the show from the atrium or something.
Hey, Greg said he want to pull up and we do a show from there. What's up? All right. Well, congratulations, man. I know you're busy. Go ahead. I'll be checking in later on. I'll be checking your Instagram. 5-star investment on Instagram. Cash, that's my boy. Brother, been cool for a long time. Everybody you see me, even my best friend D told Cash, congratulations. Everybody you see around me, we've been around this forever. I don't have no new friends. I'm old man. Everybody around me, I knew at least 20 years. 20 years. Yeah. Only new people I got is y'all in the chat and my whole community of my podcast and YouTube and all that. But as far as in my everyday life, I don't got no new people. These are all people that I go back way back. We real. Me and D go back to I was 4 years old. Mm-hmm. You know, that's special. When your best friend, you had your same best friend since 4 years old.
That's crazy because remember I told you
people can say that.
I told you yesterday, my best friend, I've been knowing him since 5 years old, man, and we still pretty much talk every day, every other day, if not every day. You know what I'm saying?
We a different crowd.
We
too real.
Right. And what's crazy
from 5 years old.
Yeah, when you have friends like that, man, like you go off and you get to live in life be lifing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And no matter what, man, you cannot see them for 5, 10, however long. And as soon as you see them, it's almost like it's magical, man. Like,
yeah,
I don't care what they got going on, how much success they didn't have, how much success they may not have had. You just always be back on the same page as if you never left the person, man. It's magical, bro. I mean, It's the one thing you just can't really describe for real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, it's special. Like I said, I'm support, man, and you get to see each other really grow from little kids
Right.
to grown ass man, and then just really show you how, if you in tune, you really was who you was before you got here. You know what I'm saying? Besides us getting older, my boy D is the same D pretty much I knew from back as a 4-5-year-old, and I'm sure he'll say the same thing about me. You know, things change. You get older, you get a little wiser, and you win. You can't run as long as you used to, but other than that, it's pretty much the same, bro.
Man, speaking of win, bro, I was walking up to the game the other day, man. I was like, wait a minute. I got to put an incline on the treadmill, man, because I parked away from the building, man, and I had to walk up to the building. And I was like, man, I'm on the treadmill regularly. Why am I over here with my chest burning, man? You know I was like, bro, I had to put the incline on the treadmill, bro. I was like, nah, I can't be walking 2 city blocks in my chest burning. What is going on with that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It'd be like that. It'd be like when you think you get in shape, sometimes when you do something a little different, or something that just ain't exactly with your workout routine, you be like, hold up. I thought I should be in better shape than this from the work I've been putting in. We were just talking about that on the basketball court. Like, you be running on the treadmill and doing all that, and then go play basketball and realize that's 2 totally different things.
Man, you know what's crazy, bro? I'm literally scared to really play basketball like hard. You know what I'm saying? Although it's like riding a bike, you never lose it. I mean, you lose it, but you could get it back after you get some run in for a second, right, man? But bro, I'm literally scared to play like a lot of basketball, and I'm gonna tell you why, man. I didn't have 2 of my friends that I went to high school with die on basketball courts, bro. Massive heart attacks.
Wow.
Massive heart attacks on the basketball court, bro. Gone. You know what I'm saying? And ever since that has happened, man, I might do a game of 21 or where I can kind of go at my own pace, but to run full court, full game, man, I ain't did that in so long, bro, because I'm literally scared to do it.
Yeah, I feel you. And when you're a competitor, and see, that's
I ain't gonna be able to go halfway.
Exactly. And I know me. And that's how that hard, I don't even want to say the word while you hooping. But that's why you be scared, because I know, like me, I don't know. I only know how to play at 100 miles per hour or don't play.
Right.
And next thing I know, I might be doing too much. So I definitely pick my spots.
Yeah, bro. I just look at it like I just want to be in the gym, keep the physique right, keep my stamina together, but doing strenuous activities, man, I be trying to stay away, man, because our hearts ain't the way they used to be when we was young.
Yeah. You don't want, not for no basketball game. Gotta be careful. That's all I'm saying.
Man.
Be careful.
And my boys, they have. Can you imagine, man? They got kids, families, man. They go play. Hey baby, I'm about to go hoop, and never come back home.
Yeah.
Crazy. But anyway, man.
It's Friday, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's Friday. I'm about to kind of do a little something and get ready for the night, man. But I ain't, the week is over, big dog. Another week under the belt.
Another week under the belt. Thank you for the support.
Oh,
hey,
man.
y'all. Have a great weekend.
Did you see Pop? Pop is done.
Pop is done.
Popovich.
Oh, all right, yeah.
I didn't even know Pop had a stroke, man. He had a stroke?
Yeah, he had a stroke, man. Greg Popovich.
One of the greatest coaches ever.
Greatest coach ever.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Go right there.
Yeah. Shout out to Pop, man. But go ahead, man. Take us up out of here, bro.
Let's get up out of here. Let's get the I'm outs in the chat. Please like the chat, share the chat. If we missing a like, we're gonna put mini-me on you. So let's make sure those likes add up. Come back and leave a comment when this close out. I will see y'all Monday morning at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. I am